Hello, morning everybody. How are we today? Hi Kaz and Chrissy and Robbie and Leanna. Morning to you. Isn't gorgeous? Well, it is here anyway. Beautiful weather. Lots of plans for the weekend. Lots of prep for the weekend. From Sewing Street shows on Tuesday. And we've got Vienna coming over in a bit. Gary's just gone to pick her up. So we've got paddling pool and sprinklers and lots of things to keep her damp and cool while she's here as well. And of course Factor 15. Hello Susan, Shelley, Martin, Dan, Doreen, Patrice, Mandy, Valerie, Jenny, Sue, Dee and Penny. And on Facebook we've got Janet and Bridget and Janet and Helen. Hello, what are you doing? Are you baking? Are you sewing? Is your weather not too good where you are? Come and let me know. What sewing projects have you got on the go? Morning Tracy and Judy and Barbara and Sheila and Jackie and Penny and Sue, Jenny, Kaz. Love a water fight with the grandchildren. I don't mind a water fight. I bought one of those sprinklers that kind of goes like that. So the challenge is to jump through it without getting wet. Not a hope. Going to get soaked. Hello Eva in Elsinore in Denmark. Hello, welcome along. Biz, hello to you too. What's it like over there? What's your weather like? Clouded over in Bolton and thunderstorm. Oh no, say keep them. If you don't, just keep them up there. You don't mind, Celia. You don't mind. Just hang on to that. Don't want Not this weekend. Doreen's been hand sewing EPP Hexie flowers in the garden. That's a nice idea. Patrice has just finished making Barbara. Post a picture, won't you? Hi, Jackie and Anne. And Teresa, hello. Irene, hello to you. A lovely sunny morning, says Piers. Oh, good. Chris is making a shift dress for a Holly Bobs. It's warm in Darwin in Australia. Jolly good. I say jolly good. I don't know. I suppose thunderstorms are going to be a good thing, aren't they? Saves us water in the garden. One's doing red work. Oh, lovely. Can't say I've done red work. That would absolutely be my cup of tea, I think. Nice and relaxing and sitting outside in the sunshine and being productive while you're there. Christine says, just received foundation piece hearts. Oh, good. Yeah, thank you, Christine. At last. Got it at last, honestly. Lynn, Helen, hello. Rain for the rest of the week, says Helen. Oh, okay. I could cope with rain for the rest of the week. Just make the most of the weekend. Embroidery, Kaz. I don't know the history of red work, but it's hand embroidery in red. You'll see Mandy Shaw does a lot of it, that kind of thing. I think I'm right there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dulling down, but hot, says Jean BP. You've got a parcel on the way to you as well, I think, Jean. Jacqueline's in the shade. Deirdre's just got back from Sardinia. Anyway, we have bargains. So if you fancy a bargain, fancy saving yourself a little bit of money, the bags and the things that we did at the retreat, we've got some spare kits actually. We're now putting the fabrics on the website that we use. It's all Riley Blake, and we do have a few kits left over, but Susie's let us put the patterns as downloads on the website as well. Hello Candlelight Queen. So these are the fabrics that we had in the kits. So that's not a Riley Blake, but it coordinates perfectly. So these are all Riley Blake fabrics. Love Riley Blake fabrics. Love them, love them. Love them even more when we take the price down. So should be £8.50. £5 to you. £5 for half a metre. And they do come joined up if you order more than one. So it's the Old Garden collection. This one is cream. And this one is Florentine. And then we've got Daisy and vanilla, cornflower, and dusk. And this one that matches perfectly is the Rose and Hubble biscuit. We do have a midnight blue as well, which goes really well with them. So those are the colours that we used for the retreat projects. There's not a lot of some of those left, just to let you know. But it's lovely quality, and you can recognise Riley Blake prints, I think, and I love the way that they all match. So the plain goes really well, but really the daisy could work as your blender for this one. But I think either a sage would go nice with that one as well. And for orange or rustica, paprika maybe will look nice with that one too. But that I think is a lovely little collection, and you'll be able to make a lovely quilt with that. As on top of anything else. On top of anything else, remember. What's up with my sound, Georgina? I did test this morning and everything seemed to be okay. Kaz says they're lovely to work with. Thank you, they are. I think so. The projects that were made, which again, we've got a few kits left over for this one on the website, but we do have the instructions as a download. You don't have to print this out if you don't want to, because there's no actual patterns to print. So you could just read. Oh, thank you. I'm glad the sound's okay. I've spent ages just fiddling around with that. You can kind of read the instructions off your tablet if you wanted to. So if you want the complete kit, that will include the fabrics, the zip, and it's got a clear pocket on the front. You'll have the vinyl included as well, and your fusible fleece. But again, it is available as a download, so you can get it straight away and get on with sewing with your own fabrics if you wish. This is the Hexie bag. No kits left for this one, I'm afraid. Instructions available as a download. The fabrics that Susie used on this one were her Liberty fabrics. So just a random selection of Liberties that she had. So if you've got one of our Liberty scrap bags, that would be ideal. The handles aren't included. Well, it's instructions, so you don't get handles included. These will be on the website later on today if you wanted to go for those. Otherwise, they're 4.5 inches across the inside. If you wanted to use bamboo handles or any other handles that you've got, then of course that would be fine as well. But I'll try and get those on the website today, if I'm not spending too much time being wet with my granddaughter in the garden. Intend to get soaked, absolutely. And then this is the windmill bag. So again, these are all, this is using the Riley Blakes fabric that I just showed you. We do have a few kits available. The kits are all pre-cut. Me and Susie chopped them all up for you. The webbing's included, the fusible fleece included, and your fabrics. And it's reversible as well. And it's just a little bit of fun. But we do have, again, Susie's instructions now as downloads on the website as well, if you wanted to just go for that. So morning, Diane and Kath. Going to the carnival in Grandchildren's Village later, scorching already. Oh, I hope they're going to be all right. Hats and sun cream, I think, today. Oh, Chrissy says that's a favourite project from the retreat. Maybe one for your holly bobs, Chrissy. Thank you, Anne. Oh, so we've got Dawn, Georgina. Maybe it's from my end. Yeah, I think I'm all right, Georgina. Hello, Irene, all the way from Brisbane in Australia. Did we have somebody from Australia earlier on? Can't remember. From Brisbane. Hello, Leslie. Oh, you're not that late. It's only 10 past. Right. So those have just gone on today. Love those fabrics. Won't be able to get any more of the Riley Blakes when they're gone, by the way. Not at that price. Well, no, I don't know what that meant. Wow, I don't know what that was. Sorry. Now, sometimes you open your mouth and stuff comes out. We have the William Morris Willow Bough fabrics back again as well, the blenders, and we've got some new colours in those as well, but we're not going to show you them. I'm going to do a bit of sewing in a bit. I'm using you again. I'm just prepping. Okay, now then, if you really want to bargain, how about £2.75? I don't know how she does it. Now, this is polycotton, okay, and it is gnomes. So, obviously, at £2.75, you're not going to have Riley Blake quality, but it's a good, it's not flimsy and see-through. You know, we've still got pride, even though we're bringing you really affordable fabrics. But if you're toy making, bag making, if you wanted to make drawstring bags, it's kind of autumnal themed, if you look. So it's got pumpkins and autumn leaves on there as well. But really, really pretty. But you know, £2.75. It's just, honestly, I know, £2.75. And you know, when you look at this one, it should have been £2.75. She's only taken it down to £2. That's £4 a metre. Oh, she's driving at the moment. This is my daughter I'm talking about. Might have to have a word with her about these prices. And again, we've got the gonks. I think with these fabrics, even if it's a bag lining, it's just so... A printed fabric that is cheaper than a plain fabric is normally unheard of. And again, it's polycotton, but it's kind of a nice one. It's kind of a nice one. Brent says that's adorable. Scorchio in Brighton. It's a bit Scorchio here as well, Debbie. So that's the novelties. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Coco. I'm going to be neat with these. I'm not sure if you can get more of these when they're gone. They're £2. I don't think we have any fabrics on the website for £2. It's just crazy, crazy, even on sales. Yeah, you wouldn't. It's not. It's nicer than polyester, if that makes sense. But for bag linings or novelty items, bags for kids and things like that, cushions, it's absolutely perfect for those, being so cheap as well. Again, these are polycottons. Such quite nice. Such quite nice. This one is Daisy Flowers on blue, and again it's £2.75 for half a metre. They do come joined up again if you order more than one. So if you wanted a big piece, if you're covering garden furniture, cushions and things like that. Cool, clear, 22 degrees, 12 minutes past 8 in Townsville in North Queensland, Australia. Oh, welcome along. That's 3 of you in Australia so far. Brenda's 6 a.m. in New Jersey in USA. Oh, Tina's placed her order. Yay, she says, yay. Pat's in New Brunswick in Canada. Wow. We're all over the place, aren't we? Also, sorry, we're going to the shelter and meet... Oh, Solveig's going to adopt a dog. Of course it's going to go well. Oh, what kind of dog is it? I do like a rescue. There's so many. Have you ever been to a rescue centre? I just want to take everybody home. We went to Dogs Trust when we were looking for Bob, and there were some lovely dogs there. Most of them they wouldn't let us have unless we had no other animals, and we had 2 cats at the time. We did have one come around for a visit. It was she was a mastiff. She was ever so old. She was about 9 years old, so she was on her last legs, but she'd been in foster care for years, and she was absolutely lovely. And they said, right, we'll bring her around and we'll do a cat test. I wasn't too sure what a cat test was, but a cat test was basically show the dog a cat and see what happens. So we had ducks on the pond at the time, and she came in the garden and she didn't bother with the ducks. I thought, this is good, this is good. And then she saw the cats through the window in the house and just went crazy. So she went away again. We couldn't have her. Oh, the heavens have opened for Celia. Where are you, Celia? 12:15 in the afternoon, 17 degrees. It's winter by us, says Marty in South Africa. Oh, I haven't shown you that. Hot in Derby, says CB 72. Oh, Carol's in Shepparton in Australia as well. That's 4 Australians. Woo. Okay. So this one is Daisies on Green. £2.75. £2.75. This one is Love Cherries Ivory. £2.75. £2.75. This one looks a little bit different from the picture. This is Lemons on Blue. I would say it was a teal. But nice for kitcheny type of stuff, that one, isn't it? Right. A 6-year-old Chihuahua mix. Oh, a little one, Solveig. Oh. So these, again, are all the £2.75 ones. I don't know how she's got that price, to be honest. But I don't know if she's going to be able to get any more when they're gone. So, oh, Cherry's going to buy the cherries. Well, that's got to be done, hasn't it? They're kind of heart-shaped. They've actually got faces on them, look. A little cherry face. Can you see? I'm zooming in. It's very technical. And see that? Oh, that was close, isn't it? Oh, little faces on the cherries, little heart-shaped cherry faces. Oh, Sharon's in Melbourne in Australia. That's 5 of you. Oh, Eva. Oh, no, that's 6 then. Eva says, let's make it 5 Australians. I'm in Toowoomba. So Sharon's number 6. Busy's got a grand dog that's £150 English Mastiff. Oh, I love Mastiffs. Our last dog was a Mastiff Bull Terrier cross, Alfie. He was just wonderful. Claire says, wish it would rain. Oh, no, not yet, Claire. Let's just make the most of this weekend. I go and stick the hose on in the garden and stand under that for now. Oh, Jane's ordering while she's on holiday. Well, even when you're on holiday, you don't want to miss a bargain, do you? Carol says, daughter's new puppy's 8 weeks now. That is such a cute puppy. Now able to get down to walk. Little Jack Russell Rosie. Oh, Jules's Mastiff was 1 on Wednesday. Oh, how many south, says Renette? I don't know. How many south? South Australia. Brenda, if you go to my website, there's a link in the description box underneath the video on YouTube. It's debbieshawsewing.com. And when you get there, I shall show you. I'll just get on the home page. There we are. So that's our website. So it's just debbieshawsewing.com. And if you go to new arrivals at the top, oh, that's sold out already. You do like a bargain. Windmill bike kit sold out. These are the new Riley Riley Brake I showed you. The new William Morris, but we do have the old William Morris, William Morris Willow Bough blenders. We have the old ones in stock still, and these are the new Polycons. Oh, we've got those as well. Oh, they must have gone to the office already. Oh, our workshop. I think we've still got a few places for that one left as well. On the 20th of July, we'll put the rest of the years on when they're confirmed. Oh, Alan's going to a sewing class. You enjoyed that? Oh, that's the thing, isn't it, Janet? Dog's struggling. I've actually got Bobbin on the floor down the side. She never comes in here, but she's on the floor down there because it is rather hot. Chris's dog's having a haircut today. Sunny winter's day in Cape Town in South Africa. That's 2 of you in South Africa, isn't it? I say we count, and Christine says she's in Melbourne, Australia. That's 7 of you in Australia. See, you might just be watching and never comment. We don't know where you're from unless you comment. Do any emails from the Half Yard Sewing Club get answers on the weekend? Yasmin, not usually. The girls don't work at the weekend. I don't pick up emails to the Half Yard Club. Occasionally, Claire will answer emails, but depends what she's doing because that's in her own time. So if you've emailed them, they should get back to you first thing Monday morning, if that's okay. Lena says, sounds like the next retreat needs to be in Australia. Oh, Marge is in Texas. The circular mat behind me is the next project. I'm not falling over, I'm just showing you the mat behind me. That's the next Half Yard Club project. It's Wonky Street, and I made it as a tabletop a bit. Could make a nice little play mat as well. I love Wonky Street. Michelle's in the garden. Amanda's in Stirling. Oh, Marge is in Texas. Next, Jane. I get everything from Next. It's next day delivery. It's easy. Thank you. Where's Rita with a count of countries? Oh, she did that, didn't she, once? Rita counted up the countries. Brenda, the Half Yard Sewing Club. Have a Google. It's Cheryl's in Pennsylvania. Gosh. The pre-order craft is back in yet. No, Dora, it's due in July, but we've got a few, so I'm going to start sending some out. but we are keeping the offer on until it comes in. I think it says 31st of July on the website. We should be getting it in before then. I hope we'll be getting it in before then. But yeah, we are keeping that price down for, we've got a few hundred coming, but the whole of the next order we're going to keep at that price. So if you do want to pre-order that and, you know, get yourself a bargain in the bag, there's 10% off. It's the 2 metre pre-cut packs. There's 10% off, which means that if you're a club member, you get 20% off. Pre-ordered. Oh, sorry. I'll have a look through Doreen. I know we do have some, but we've got a few hundred waiting for it, and I know we haven't got enough to cover everybody, but we'll have a look through. Oh, and Nick's in France. Hello. Oh, Brenda, Half Yard Sewing Club. Google it. Google the Half Yard Sewing Club, and it'll come up with the website. It is an online subscription website with 2 or 3 projects every month, and there's over 200 projects on there for you to choose from. There's dressmaking and homewares and bag making, quilting. There's a block of the month. Toys. There's a whole loads of different genres of sewing on there as well. Everyone's going to next. I should get a commission on that, shouldn't I? Oh, Elizabeth's in Ontario. Who was that in Massachusetts? Oh, I've lost you. Oh, there you are, Kathy in Massachusetts. Hello. And he lives Wonky Street. What did you say to do if you wanted to use the Half Yard and Kumabi code for the Craft Fleece offer? When you go to pay, the Craft Fleece is already on 10%. So when you go to pay, it'll say apply coupon. So put your coupon code in there. It could be Half Yard Club coupon code, and click apply coupon, and the box should come up again so you can apply a second coupon. So then you put the Kumabi coupon in there as well, and then you're going to get 30% off. The Kumabi ones, remember, are one use only. Just to make you aware. Dave Frogs in Florida. Splashing Nanny. Julie's been to sewing club with a grandson. Now then, Tuesday on Sewing Street, we've got some new panels. Have I got them all? Nope, of course I haven't. You may have seen the stationery folder and that way, and the big pencil case on the last show that we did. Those are on again, but we've got more for you. So the storage tubs here are another panel, so that's enough to make 3 tubs, and then there's 5-inch squares which I made the bag with. That's going to be a free download for you. Kaz made a sewing machine dust cover and the little tray, so that's 5-inch squares, but we've also got 10-inch squares, which are these. So it's a huge panel. It's all my watercolours. Oh, that's a good. Oh, thank you, Brenda. So these are actually all my sewing machines, and I painted them, and then we stuck some flowers in there as well. And just, you've got to have a robin in there somewhere, haven't you? But I'll show you the size of them because they're pretty big. These will be exclusive. See you, Alan, to Sewing Street, because I designed them. They print them. So they've got the rights over them. So we won't be having these on the website at all. They're really nice quality, actually. So it's going to be Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll have those. Now with the 10-inch squares, the sewing machine dust cover that Kaz made is reversible. She's 10-inch squares on the other side. But look what she made. So this is the satchel. Yard Club satchel, is it? Kaz? It has got stuffing in it at the moment, you can probably tell. But I love the way, Kaz, that you've just used the bird around the corner, and on the side are the strap anchors, those new strap anchors that I showed you last week. So that's just using 2. You can use 4 on different styles of bags if you wanted to. We've got the rose gold back again, those now, so they've been really busy for those. And of course we've got an adjuster on the side there as well. But that's just using the 10-inch squares, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. It has had its picture taken, Kaz, we just haven't got around to processing it yet, and then I'll put a picture on Facebook on that, but I think that is absolutely gorgeous. So that's the 10-inch squares, but I just thought while I'm here I want to do something with the 5-inch squares again, just so that I've got lots to show you on Tuesday and give you some idea of what you can do with them, because we do have other 5-inch squares on the Sewing Street website, I think. Shall we have a look? Shall we have a look what we've got? Because they do tend to leave things on there for ages. Move with there. All right. I'll just get the Sewing Street website up. So if you haven't seen it before, I'm going to Google, type in Sewing Street, first one to come up, and there we go. Let's just make that big. And then if you search in here, oh, we've got those in Fat Quarters. Oh, fancy. Put Debbie Shaw in there. Now the new panels won't be on there till next week, but this is everything that they've got. There's loads of stuff, look. Still got some of the Sea Life panels on there. The beauty with the panels is that they print them themselves, so they can keep them on as long as they like. So those are 5-inch squares. Those are the storage tubs again. Those are all 5-inch squares. Storage tubs. Fat quarter panels. I like that idea. And we've still got the Alice bunting. They've got loads of stuff. Aprons. 5-inch squares with the vintage sewing machines. Those are actually photos of sewing machines. We've got Alice in Wonderland panels. Now again, these all come directly from Sewing Street, so this is all stock that they have. These I thought were lovely. I might ask if we can do another show with those again, because I just loved that fabric. That was my garden party fabrics. But anyway, that's on Sewing Street. If you want to watch, if you go to TV Guide here, that's what's on now. And if you go over to Tuesday, I'm on with John Look from 10 to 11 and 12 till 1. And if you just turn up on Tuesday and go to watch live, oh, the sound's going to come on. I better switch that off. You can, that's where you can watch us live on the website as well. And if you're a member and you tune in, you can message that way as well. So that's Tuesday. That's what's coming up on Tuesday. Right. The hard sweary way. Oh, I didn't see the question, Anne. Oh, when I put the metal handles on, didn't think about the top of the metal being too near the edge of the top. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Pre-warned then. Kaz was saying she got the top of the metal a little bit too close to the edge, so I found it difficult to top stitch. Good point. Right. Oh, are they? Well, apparently Sewing Street have got some of my panels on offer today. They're having a pink day. Are they? I'll have to have a look. Oh, they'll be finished, won't they, when I get back, I suppose. Right. So I just thought I'm just going to make a little folder. Let me have a think. How are we going to do it? I've got some rose plain. I haven't got a lot of that actually. I'm just going to plug my iron in as we're figuring out what we're doing. Susan, the pattern for the satchel is a Half Yard Club project, so you need to be a Half Yard Club member. And the panels are going to be on Sewing Street, not the pattern for the bag, I'm afraid. Right. So let's have a think what we're doing. Can you hear my brain ticking away? Let's do a little folder that big with a flap that big. So it's going to be quite flat, and I think I might use the lining. Oh no, we're going to use the rose lining. Yeah, that'll be really simple. Let's do that. So I need, these are actually a little bit larger than 5 inches. They're 5 1/8 inch to be exact. Right, so let's do, cut down there. I'm just going to stand up to do that because that'll be a lot easier. And I need 3 across, 1 for the flap. Might be quite a short flap, that. Let's have a think what we can do. So then twist this around that way. Pop you off. Oh, that was the top of my head, wasn't it? Sorry about that. And I hope I've got enough fleece for this. So that's going to be the front. So if you were making this from other fabric, if you wanted to, if you don't want to go for the panels, that's going to be, I'd cut 15 inches by 10. It's only a tad bigger. And we'll have that as the flap. And that's quite nice because it's got the sewing machines in the middle, because I'm going to round the corners of this as well. So I wouldn't want to round like the sewing machine ones because I might go through it, but I don't mind rounding the corners of those ones. So that's the front, that's the flap. A shaped paddling pool. Is that for the dog? Bobbin wouldn't go in it. And then for the back, let's do this. These would make really nice little storage cubes as well. In fact, you could do a set, couldn't you, if you went for both panels, a small one and a big one. Might make one of those. Oh, I won't have time. Yeah, using the 10-inch panels would be really nice for a storage box. That'd be a perfect size. Might take my sewing machine outside. Give my sewing outside last week. Right, I think that's all I need of that one. Then I'll need some, oh, have I got enough? I'll need some lining fabric. I haven't got enough to do the flap as well, so I'll have to use a bit of the panel for that one. Should have thought that through a bit better. So let's just cut that to the same size. It's ever so easy, this one. It's a nice size. I reckon you could fit an A4 piece of paper in there. No, if I'm not here on Tuesday, or if I do appear on Sewing Street with my hair standing on end, you know the sewing machine got too close to the pool. Let's do that, and let's do that. Okay, so I've got lining for the front and back. I also need a lining for the flap, so let's go to this again. I'm going to go for those 3 there. So I've got the sewing machine in the middle again. One there, and get them there. I've still got loads left. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. And that, right. So that goes to one side. That'll probably end up going to B. I think that's it with the cutting that. So we'll need to iron that, that's for sure. And then we'll pop some fleece onto the wrong side of the outer pieces. Oh, hi Sue. I watch but don't talk. I'm from Sydney in Australia. Well, you're talking today. It's nice to have you on board. Thank you. So we can see numbers But obviously we can't see who you are unless you comment. How many have we got on Facebook? So there's 141 of you on Facebook and 336 on YouTube. Going back out again. It's a bit noisy outside at the moment, so she's having a bit of a bark. The letter templates. No, Claire, we're not. We've had those for quite a while. They just weren't packaged, so they've sat around and we forgot about them. But when I asked for a price to get more in, they've doubled in price, and I just think it makes them too expensive. So decided not to go down that one. The thing is, I think they're too expensive. There isn't anything else like that out there to compare prices with, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, worked out a lot of money. I thought. So my microphone's disappearing. Right, my new white microphone. For when I wear white things, as opposed to my black one for when I wear black things. Very posh at short hours, you know. Let's do fusible fleece. Do I need some more? Oh, I've got loads. So if you haven't used this before, still on offer if you don't mind waiting for it. The pre-packed 2 meters are the one that, excuse me, the ones that are on offer. I think we do still sell it by the meter, but it's a little bit more. All right, I'm just going to put some water in my iron. Oh, my squirty bottle I've taken down to the house, which was genius. Well, thank you, Dawn. Just thumbs up, please, as says Doreen. Oh, Kaz has bought the whole. Yeah, we do have the whole. What was it? 20 meters, 30 meters? I can't remember. You can buy a whole roll of it if you use a lot of it. Letitia's camping at Alton Park. Right. Oh, I've got scissors here. Where are we? I think I might quote it as well. So the nice thing with these are, yes, we do have the mini iron, Lillian. If you go to the website and just put in mini iron, it will come up. We do definitely have stock of this at the moment. We've got a good price on it as well, comparatively. Yeah, these panels kind of lend themselves to a bit of quilting because the lines are already there, and it actually looks as though you've pieced the squares together. I'm just making the most of that bit of heat. So I'll just quilt the front bit. You don't want to sit and watch me sew straight lines, do you? Oh, Teresa's camping, so I've just made you disappear. Susan's on both Facebook and YouTube. Right. Cass says the quilting does stand out nicely on the fabric. It does, doesn't it? Now, so you cross-hatched yours. All right, so that's that one. Let's see if that's big enough for the flap. Just one side of the flap needs doing. We don't need to do both. And that, again, I'm going to round the corners on that one. Thank you, Connie. Loves me blouse. How do you put invisible magnetic snaps in the fabric? You sew them in, Leanna, behind the lining. So if that's your bag and that's your lining, your invisible snap goes in here inside the lining and sew around the plastic edge on it like that. So use the same colour thread as your lining and all you'll see is a box and the snap's hidden in the middle. Make sure when you're using those, I haven't got any here, that they're the right way round. It's the flat edges that go together. If they're the wrong way around, they'll bounce apart, and that's not very good for a bag, is it? So just make sure you get them in the right way. Hello, Moisa in Pakistan. How are you? The iron dual voltage. I don't know. It won't be. It won't be Bridget, I'm afraid. Right, let's chop that off there. Normally use my rotary cutter, but this might be quicker. Then I've just got one more piece of fleece to put on the other side. If it bubbles, by the way, like that one is, I've just noticed, just go back over with an iron. And this fleece does like plenty of steam. Right, put this one on there. Hey, Lynn. Oh, I love these panels. If I say so myself, Erica, because I did draw them. Just trying to make the most of those. So the way it works is very much the same as when I'm designing fabrics for Craft Cotton Company. So they're my drawings, my painting. These are all watercolour paintings. And then I send the individual elements this time over to Lou, who is the Sewing Street designer. And she, because all these flowers were individual or they were in sprays, so she uses her technology to piece them all together. So you see that flower there is actually that flower there, which I designed to go with the sewing machine, which is here. So she's picked some of those out and used them on their own, and some of them she's kept with the sewing machine. I think it's ever so clever. I wish I was that skillful to be able to take it all the way through and do the design like this. Kim can do it. She's very good at that. Yeah, then these get sent off. Then I get a picture to say, is this the kind of thing you like? And I might say, oh, I don't like that green. And then I'll get a sample. So it takes ages. I'll get a sample just to make sure I'm happy with it. And if I am, then it goes off to print. So these have actually already been printed for Tuesday's show. But if they do sell out very quickly, they can always print more. They might not have them in the same show, but they should be able to get them back on the website again. Right, let's do that. And that will do there. Nearly fell off. And I'm just going to... Did fall off. What did I do there? Oh, bear with me a second. That's it. Sorry about that. Let's bring this in. So I'm going to have this one for the front, and I'm just going to quilt the front bit. So just literally sew along the lines. Oh, it's bright, isn't it? Different sewing machine. I normally have a little bit of white tack that I stick over the bulbs in here. It's dropped off. So you can't see how bright it is underneath there. That's better. I think it's still rather bright, but yeah, I shall address that later. See, bright lights on the sewing machine are great, but not when you're trying to watch from home. The panel will just be on Sewing Street, Julie, on Tuesday. Tuesday at 10 o'clock. They normally put them live a little bit earlier, though. It won't be on the website. I design it, but they print them, so they keep them. Let's run out of thread in the bottom there. Bear with me a sec while I reload my bobbin. Crisps and wine, is that at this time in the day? Right, so just chat amongst yourselves for a minute. Have you got anybody else in Australia? We were up to 7. Has anybody been counting? Oh, there's one on there. Clever. Right. Let's round off the corners of the flap. Can you tell I'm still thinking about this? So, do I have a template? Of course I don't. Of course I don't have the right template. If you have my circle templates, then this is an ideal opportunity to use them. But I'm just going to do it by eye. I'd use the 3-inch. So let's just do that like that. That'll do. And then we'll use that as a template. Oh, that was a silly thing to do, wasn't it? I've curved the top. We'll have that as the outside then. Should pay attention to myself more often, shouldn't I? Things you'd have all seen. I bet you're all shouting at your TV screens. It's upside down. Right, so that's going to be the outside now. I did bring down with me a couple of buttons and a bungee. So I'm going to fasten it with a bungee. So let's fold that in half. And I'll just make a little snip there. And then fold my hair bungee in half. Could be just a piece of elastic. Well, you know that elastic that we used to make masks out of? That kind of thing. And let's just sew that in place there. Like that. The handles on my totes and satchel look quite robust. Hang on a minute. Kaz, what did you use as interfacing on your handles? For me, it depends what the fabric's like. If I'm using a canvas or a denim, then I don't interface them. I'll cut a strip of fabric 4 inches wide by the length that I want, fold the long sides to the centre, then in half again. And with a heavier fabric like that, I find that's enough. With that bag, I can't tell you that one yet because it's a new interfacing that we haven't got in the store yet. Otherwise, if I'm using H6 3040 or Bosal, I wouldn't cover the whole of the 4-inch strip in the interfacing because that would be really bulky. That's like 4 thicknesses of interfacing. So I'd cut a strip. So if my handle is 4 inches wide, it will end up as 1 inch wide. So I'd fold in half and crease it, and then cut just under an inch in width, so just 1/8 of an inch, 7/8 of an inch wide, and stick that along the centre crease, and then fold in half, and then fold in half again. So the actual strap's only got that just under an inch's worth of padding in there. Craftly's, Kazi, did you use a strip or did you cover the whole thing? It feels like you've just used a strip of it. Oh, sorry, talking to somebody else. So I know it's upside down. I don't care. It's on the inside. So I'm going to snip that off, and then we'll sew these 2 pieces right sides together, leaving the top section open. Bob's having a good old bark outside. Is that right? That's not too bright, is it? So just around the curve. Hello, sweetie. Hello. I'm not scared of Bob Cam. Go. Then we turn this the right side out. Kate says yes, an Australian retreat. How much is a flight to Australia? Okay, let's iron this. So that would be a very expensive retreat. So let's just give that a quick press there. And then I'll top stitch around it. A little bit of a tip for you. If you have a bit of 505 spray, just helps to keep it all in place while we put the whole thing together. So that's my flap. Flap needs to go facing down over the back. And we'll just sew across there. Oh, thank you, Jackie. So I'm just sewing really close to the edge. That's only to secure it while we put the rest of the bag together. £2,500. Is it? Gosh, don't think we'll be going to Australia. These two are going to go right sides together. So that's front and back right sides together. And I'm leaving the flap up so I don't sew the flap into the seam because I'm only using 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. There we go. We could make a little square base, couldn't we? Should we do that? Just a little base. And sew down from this side, just so I've got the sides straight. There we go. Oh, Chris is coming to the UK in September. Well, if you want to pop over and see us while you're there, let me know. Oh, good ideas, 5 and 5. Thank you. I wasn't going to go to the Festival of Quilts this year. I think Kim's away anyway, but Sewing Street have asked if I would be on their stand on Friday the 1st. So I said I'd do a demo. I don't know what I'm going to demo. But if you want to pop over and say hello, if you haven't booked it yet and you weren't sure which day to go on Friday the 1st, you can come and say hello. Here, I'm just squishing the corners out so that the side seam sits over the base. You can feel that. And I'm going to sew across the end about 1/2 inch from the end. So it's only a little box base. And we'll snip that off. And then do the same on the inside. Like that. 4 of us are doing a coach tour. That's a nice idea. Yeah, so is anyone going to the Festival of Quilts? We had a stand last year, but we're not this time. So yeah, I should just be on their stand. Meeting and greetings, they say. Right, I'm going to put the button on. So I've left it till now, so I know I've got it in exactly the right place. So that's going to fold over like that. So button needs to go there. Should do it there. I think right on the seam. And I've got a pink and I've got a pink. Funny colour pink. I've got a green and I've got, I think the yellow. So let's do that. So that needs to go a bit higher, just there. And I want that right slap bang in the middle. I had a pen earlier. I've done it again, haven't I? Everything ends up on the floor. You can probably see a pen right in front of me. Can't find it. Oh, there we go. With embroidery thread wrapped all over it. So that needs to be in the middle. And that's now 5 inches, so that needs to go here. And I'm going to sew that on the machine. Because I can get it under there. Right, I don't have a button placement foot on this machine, so let's have a go and see if this works. If it doesn't work, I might break a needle. So I'm going to take the feed dogs down, choose a zigzag stitch. Sorry that's so bright. And then put the foot over the dot where I wanted that to go. And then shift it around until the needle goes through the holes. So do that by hand until you're confident it's in the right place. And then move along to the second set of holes and do the same again. So move your needle by hand so that you know you're not going to hit the button, because that will break the needle. And then my button's sewn on nice and securely. Oh, feed dogs back up again, Deborah. Right. So then I can just double check. That comes over there, that fastens around there, and I think that's absolutely fine. See, if I'd have thought, I should have taken that down a bit so it fits like that. But then it wouldn't be as big, would it? Right, let's put the lining pieces together. So they go together in the same way as the outer bit. I'll need to leave a turning gap in the bottom or in the side or somewhere. Do it in the bottom. Oh, not with a zigzag stitch, you don't. And I'm just going to taper the seam very slightly as I come down to the bottom, because that's going to help it sit inside the bag a little bit better. Just gives it a little bit more room. And back at this side, the top needs to be the same size, so I'm only tapering it slightly. There's my turning gap. And then up to the top. Right. And then let's just, oh no, I'm cutting that off, aren't I? I'm going to trim that seam back a little bit, just to make it a little less bulky inside, and then we'll square off the corners again. Hi, Pie Dad. So about 1/2 inch from the end again. And snip it off. And the same on this side. Leanna's scared for what's been delivered to her door. What shape box was it in? Thank you, Dawn. All right, so that's that. And then with the outer bag the right side out and the lining inside out, we're going to drop the outer inside the lining with the flap facing downwards. And sew all around the top with the side seams matching. Oh, that's a good idea, Catherine. She says a useful folder for taking your sewing things to class. It's a nice size for patterns and instructions and things like that, isn't it? I'll see in a minute if an A4 sheet will fit inside it. But easy enough to make in any size you like. Pressing it around the top. I don't normally pin. And then we'll fold it over top stitch. That just went a bit wobbly. We'll just go all the way around. I don't always sew buttons on by machine, but makes it really sturdy. Who's that? CB72. You just got to make sure that the needle isn't going to hit the button. but that's why you do it by hand, just gently to start with before you put your foot down and go for it. And most buttons, funnily enough, have the holes the same distance apart, even if they're 4 buttons or 2 buttons. Obviously, there's specialist buttons out there that are a little bit different, but for the most part, your common or garden buttons have the same distance between the holes. There's a bit of useless information. Extra wide pink. I don't know, Alana. I'll have to ask him. I know we haven't got any extra wide pink. Extra wide William Morris white on white. I think that's about the only one that to go with it. Okay. So we sew the hole over. And then push the lining inside. And let's press this. That's the ruler on the floor. Should have top stitched around that flap really, shouldn't I? I could do that now. Let's do that. Let's do that now, like I meant to do it now. So I am folding over the top of the fleece, so I've got the seam on the top, so it may want to fight back a little bit, but we're having none of it. We're in control of this. So right down on the side. The circle map behind me is the next Half Yard Club project, Barbara. That's going to be on the 1st of July, and it'll have the video with it as well. Right, so I'm going to sew all the way around the front and then up over there. So I like to sew from the inside. Let's start just at the side there. Pivot it around, and then we'll sew around the flap. Under you go. So quite close to the edge. Oh, we've got Sew Along next Saturday, by the way, on the Half Yard Club. So I won't be here at 11 o'clock. It'll be Half Yard Club just on their website at 4 o'clock. And I thought I'd make, because I think it's going to be really useful and I can't find the original one, the pyramid pouch, which is already on the website. So if you wanted to have a look and get ahead of the game, all of your, in fact, the whole instructions and everything are on the Half Yard Club website. So search pyramid pouch. Don't search pyramid pouch because you won't find it. It needs to be pyramid. I'll show you in a minute. I was just looking back through and I thought, ooh, that could be handy, is what I thought. That's what was going through my mind. Excuse me. Right, let's give that a final press. Chop off my loose threads. Oh, Chris is going to be on a plane to Cyprus. Nice. You have a wonderful time. I'll see you when you get back. Won't be getting any sewing done from you for a bit then. Actually, did the right thing doing it upside down on the inside, didn't I? Because when you open it, you see that could have been deliberate. So if I'd have done this as a project for a video, you'd never have known. I would have said that was a deliberate ploy. That was a reason for things, isn't there? Right, that's done. So that and folds over like that. I think that just needs a press folded as well. And that will do. So switch mine off. Yeah, it's like it was a plan, Jan, isn't it? Like I planned it all along. I did say I was going to try something A4 in it and see if it fits. I have a circular. It's the only A4 thing I've got. Just about fit your A4 in there. There, and there you go. Actually, I'm rather pleased with that. Obviously made to that size because that's the size of the panel, so I'm not cutting into them. But you can make that. You can make it even bigger. Couldn't you make a nice little folder for your work stuff, right? Do you know, I can't remember what I'm showing. Oh, Half Yard Club we were going to, were we not? So let me just get that up and we'll show you what the sew along is going to be. Still not too late to join if you want to come on board. Half Yard Sewing Club. Log in. There. So this is the club. I am signed in at the moment. This is where you will see the circular mat when it comes up. But if you go here and just type in pyramid, I thought we'd do this one. What do you think? We might not get it all done because I have hand sewn around the edge for the binding because I do prefer it that way. But you'll see all of your instructions, everything that you need and what you need to cut. So before Saturday, if you want to get all of your pieces cut out and ready, that would help. Oh, here's some that you've made. Look, that's pretty with the pansies. Lovely. But yeah, I just thought it'd be something new. Oh, the Simplicity fabric, that's really nice. Oh, I never thought about putting your iron in the middle. Yeah, so that's, oh, so actually, if you want to put your iron in the middle, you may want to use some thermal fleece. I don't know if I've got any. Yeah, anyway, so that's for next week. That's okay, Moisa. Janet says nice. Put a small, what, a pocket for your phone. Oh, that's a good idea for your phone on that one. That's a very good idea. Rowena, new member. This is the first live I've watched. Oh, well, welcome along. I hope it's not going to be a last one. This is fabric. You make me laugh with your deliberate mistakes. This happens, doesn't it? It happens. But like Jan says, things happen for a reason. They always turn out all right in the end. If they don't, there's always your unpicker. Never use mine. See you next Saturday, Sandra. Or was that yours, Elsie? She did use Thermofleece, she says. Oh, well done. Right, okay, so I shall see you again. Half Yard Club on Saturday, not here Saturday. No, I won't. What day? It's Saturday today, isn't it? I shall see you on Tuesday on Sewing Street. If you could join me there and come and say hello, that would be very nice to have your company. And otherwise, I shall be back on Wednesday, not Saturday, as I've just put on there. I shall see you on Wednesday, definitely. And then next Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock on the Half Yard Club. Right. Okay, so thank you for joining me today, and I shall see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weather and your weekend. See you later. Bye-bye.